we're back again. It's Saturday. It is Saturday. Oh, yeah, it's Saturday. We're back again for Hip Hop Saturday. Let me make sure this is working. Are you working? Hmm. I don't know. It's thinking about it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. There we go. Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me make sure I can see everybody's chat. There we go. Oh man, my eyeballs are doing something weird. Oh well. Oh, hi, Zero Gathers. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. It's Saturday. I went and grabbed our number from last week so that I would remember it. Hi, Judy. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I think we saw this 45. Hey, we saw this 2025 and this 2026 yesterday. But specifically that 45. That's interesting. I think I started a list. We'll see. I think we started a list. We'll see. Hi, Cousin B. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. Of course he does. You already know. I try to make it work and then this happens every time. It's all good. We have a few things today. I put them in the description of the live, and then yeah, then I put them here too. So I know we have these. I have these three to talk about. Is there anything else to add to this list? Well, besides our like weekly spinning of our wheel. Yeah, that's true, I guess, Judy. Yes. But and we don't have much, so we might actually be able to get through this in an hour. Well, and the second one I have here, the power of the name with Baby Keem, that's Josh's suggestion. So we'll only do that if Josh is able to be here for the whole thing. So that's very true. So we will get like an hour 20, maybe 30. Oh look. I manifested Josh. Hi Josh. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I was just saying that I have your suggestion here that we'll start looking at today. It's turning out to be a much bigger project than I thought it would be, but it's very interesting. So, we will do that. Mm. So we have to look at 145, which is the number we had last week, and then we'll get a new why purple? I don't make my list in purple. I like purple, but I don't make my list in purple. Come on. You know. And then we'll get a new number. You were. You were, Josh. It was perfect timing. I had just said it, and there you were. So I think we'll just do these, but I think we'll move the Nadeska interviews to 3 because that's probably where I could go faster. I could go super fast. I don't know. My super fast doesn't seem to be very fast for anybody ever. Oh, hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so now that we know that Koala will be going live in about an hour, 20 minutes, let's just jump right in. So let's first look at this 145. So last week, our random number vibration that we were looking for was this 145. And I didn't see 145, but I did see this 45 actually came up quite a bit. And I think the themes came up a lot. Like we talked a lot even yesterday about like these fours and stability and foundation. Those are coming up a lot. 5 has been coming up a lot. But then also we had from the dates that LTFM gave us yesterday, we got the dates, like the years. So we have actually both of those years represented here also. So those would be tied into this vibration. So interesting. Also, let's look and see if we see any of these vibrations in the topics that we talk about today, because it may come up again. And then at the end, we'll get a new random number to keep an eye out for those vibrations. That's good, Josh. I know I'm all in your business, but too much yet. Oh, okay. I did put something else in here because I didn't want to forget. Um, but I wanted to just show this again. So yesterday we looked at this where we were looking at how the new moons in February, so the new moon in February was connected to the Saturn Neptune conjunction. And then we have the connection between yesterday, which was the spring equinox, and the new moon that came a couple days ahead of time also. And this was giving this big, huge vibration of 70 or 70, 700. Bigger than 70, 700. And so I wanted to remind everybody again, like this energy is there and it's available to you. So still a really, really good time to plan, visualize ideas, all that good stuff. Hi, Rumble! Good to see you. Thanks for being here. But also, when I went back into my notes, because I was looking at my journal notes from this week to see if I saw that 145 anywhere, so our random number, and I didn't. But what I did see is this little, I don't know, almost sentence came up, and it also is resonating at 700. Let me make sure you can see it. Can you see it? Ooh, that looks small. But hopefully I'll read it to you. It says cosmic consciousness swallows up all lesser consciousnesses. So that's very interesting with this energy also. and these connections here. So it's that state of being in connection to the cosmic, to the universe, is now dominating and overtaking any of these lesser states of being. Just thought that was interesting and wanted to share. Okay, so let's keep going. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to look at the vibrations of Afroman and Lemon Pound Cake, because we did have that event. Not just in the hip hop space, but it came out of the hip hop space, but it really was more of that story of um, maintaining and fighting to maintain the freedoms that we are supposed to have. But let's look at some of these numbers. So we know that we always have two main vibrations. And I think looking at Afroman's two main vibrations will give us some insight as to how he or why he reacted the way he was, because it's part of who he is. Oh, hi, Noah! Thanks for coming back and being here again. It's good to see ya. So our two main vibrations are your life path number, which is based off of your birthday, and your name. And in this case, we're using the artist's name, Afroman. And I looked it up, and Afroman's birthday is July 28th, 1974. So, one of the first things that I noticed when I got this and started kind of looking at these vibrations is that with this birthday of July 28th, that means that Afroman is a Leo. And this is the same, so this Leo sun, so the way that his mind works is a Leo sun, which is the same as hip hop. Hip hop also has a Leo sun. This also explains why there's that energy of being very bold and bright, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So when you have your sun in Leo, your energy is bright. Like you got a brighter bulb in the lamp. Not that you're smarter. Don't take it that way. It's just brighter. And so we first have to get, so to get your life path number, you first get the vibration of the year. Whoops. So this is 21. And then if we do the month plus the day plus that year vibration, then we get 56. So Afroman's life path number is 56. This is very telling because this means he is has that 11-2 vibration. First, this 56 is the numeric vibration of the word light. So he already has this sun in Leo that's making it him and his vibration brighter. Um, but then he also has this 56, which is resonating this word light. So it's probably even brighter. Also, being an 11 means that he is resonating this energy of being like a tutor or a mentor. So he's not putting the lessons together, but he's certainly teaching some lessons and um, helping to make sure that the students are getting all of the lessons that the teacher intends for them to get. He's learning along with everyone else. That's some of this 11. But also, because this 11 is division, um, hey, stop that. Why are you doing that? That made me a little bit angry. All right. Because this 11 is the vibration of division and duality, that means when there is polarization, he's already comfortable with it. So, this long, drawn out court case, he wouldn't hesitate to create some division with his songs because he's comfortable with the division, because he's comfortable with the division being there, but he's also meant to end some of this division and duality. And he ends it by understanding it better. So just by understanding his rights and the laws that were trying to be used against him, he was able to be comfortable within this space of division and tutor and mentor into a place of ending the division. No more questions asked. That's an end of division. So interesting. Interesting, interesting. Then if we use our little code where A equals 1 and it goes all the way to Z equals 26, then his name, Afroman, actually is 68, which is a 14 and a 5. So he has the 5 here in his name and then the 5 here also in his life path number. So there's a lot of this vibration and energy of change. So he's very comfortable with change also. So changing situations, that's fine. Also, he's comfortable with this mix of energies because that's what this 14 is. It's these energies and these vibrations that both are needed, both sit in that same plane of existence, but they don't necessarily come together real well, like oil and vinegar. You need them both. They both need to be in there, but they just don't mix very well. So we can already see that he has all of these vibrations of change and division, but also being a tutor and mentor. That, yeah, he was good to he was good to teach these lessons however he saw fit. And then let's look at when we put these together. So let's do 68 plus the 56. And this equals 124. 124 is the numeric vibration of the phrase I love you. So that's probably even more infuriating when you are pitted against this energy where he has this Leo sun that's super big and bright, and is very much seen. He has this vibration of the word light, is his life path number. He's fine with division and change, so you can't really rattle him. And he's also exuding this energy of I love you. So that's a pretty tough opponent to have. Also, if we add this up, this is a 7. So with this 7, 7 is action in flow. So this is taking the right action at the right time in the right way. And because he took action at the right time and in the right way, that's how he was able to teach these lessons as a 11 tutor mentor and end some of this division just by ending the conversation. Yeah. Yeah, Josh. I knew you were going to have some good comebacks for this one. But then, of course, if we're talking about Afroman and we're talking about this whole event, this series of events that has happened, we also have to talk about and look at the vibrations of lemon pound cake. And I think I will go ahead and use my yellow for this. So, Lemon Pound Cake became one of the standout songs that he put together, and also like a really big point in this whole story where it was actually extremely funny that they were playing his songs. Playing his songs and like promoting these music and like bringing this back when everybody can had kind of forgotten about it, and now brought it back to the limelight, so it's in the spotlight again. And I mean, yeah, he's not wrong, because the way that that way that officer was eyeing his lemon pound cake was pretty suspicious. But let's look at this. This is the one song that is coming up the most. So again, we'll use our little code where A equals 1 all the way to Z equals 26. And lemon pound cake is 149. This was the closest number that I saw to our vibration of 145 that we were looking for. But notice again that this is another 14 and a 5. So the vibration of this song, but also, so the title of this song, but also the vibration that's carrying through this story, that's represented by this lemon pound cake, is that it's this mix of energies here with the 14 that they're not really coming together, but they together promote this change that needs to happen. And so we have another 5 here where we saw, and another 14. So this 14, these 5s, they're coming up a lot in his vibration. So then we also have, we can put these together where we can look at what his vibrations are with the vibration of lemon pound cake. So if we take the 124, which is his name and his life path number together, plus the 149 for lemon pound cake, we get 273. And so when these vibrations come together, so when Afroman went through these series of events and then chose to take the action that he deemed necessary, and he would take this action because he's not uncomfortable with division, he's not uncomfortable with change. Those are energies and vibrations that he's used to and feels comfortable with, and created these set of songs, but including this lemon pound cake song. It's bringing through this vibration of growth. So through the series of events, it's not just that the story got bigger, but this song itself actually got bigger and heard more and became like an example of a lot of the fights for this freedom of speech. It became a way that everybody could have accessibility to the information of like how important it is to continue to take action in order for us to maintain the freedoms that we are supposed to have. So that's this growth. That growth leads into action. So if now, by this event happening, others are able to take action in flow, they better understand what are the laws that are in place, what are their rights, just by hearing this story, then they can also take action and flow. And this gets to that purpose that he has with his single digit life path number to end the division. So the division also can be like the debate. So the debate back and forth that occurs when you have these court cases of here's the evidence towards one decision versus here's the evidence towards another, that ends in the same way that division ends. So this is that ending with this too. When we get this series of vibrations happening to give us this vibrational story, now it's ending in a 12. And this 12 is a big change. It's a change in perspective. It's seeing things a different way. It's walking through the world with a different set of really eyes and experiences. So now there's a change in perspective where, again, it's opening this up where people that may not have celebrated these small victories for freedom of speech can now celebrate that. But also it's opening up and bringing in this change in perspective for people that may be in a similar situation, to know that there actually are there's other options than to just be victim to it. So very interesting and very entertaining. Very interesting vibrations, but they came through in a very entertaining way. Yeah, that was a fun story this week. Okay. Anybody got anything to add? You can while I go back to our list and get some water. I'm like extra parched today, which is weird because I drink so much water, but I woke up so thirsty. I probably was having a bad dream of like running around trying to escape monsters and stuff. Because I might have watched a certain game a little bit too long. I'm all right though. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's look at the Nadeska interviews. Because all of the wonderful, brilliant reactors are diving deep into the contents of the interviews, what I wanted to look at was the difference in vibrational and energetic exchanges between Nadeska as the interviewer and the two interviewees, where we had J. Cole and we had Baby Keem, and what their vibrations look like, and how does that differ. So we have another triangle to look at. This time it's not a love triangle, unfortunately. Sometimes those are fun. We might need to find some more hip hop love triangles. But let's take a look. All right, let me see. Finding a blank spot. There we go. Okay. So, oh, hold on. Why does YouTube do that? It changed it to be top messages. You know what, Josh? I'm sure there are many also. But many of them, I don't know that we want to touch. We might need to just leave those in the closet. Maybe some fun ones that are out in the open. Well, maybe not even those. Maybe not. Maybe no more life triangles. Maybe we just have to, yeah, leave those alone. Mm, who knows? All right. So let's start with Nadeska here at the top of our triangle. Okay. So, and this is so interesting. So, thinking about the different stories that we've seen, the different vibrations that we've encountered this week, it's interesting the timing that these interviews came out because it's right in vibrational flow. Because when we look at Nadeska's name, so when we use our little code of A equals 1 all the way to Z equals 26, Nadeska is 55. 55 is the numeric vibration of the word karmic. It's the numeric vibration of the word deleted, or the reactor deleted. And it's the numeric vibration of the word heaven. You know, like being heaven sent. I'm not talking about that. I'm leaving that alone. And so here we have this 55 again. There's the 55 to a 10 and to a 1. So really, her name is resonating this vibration of bringing in karmic change. So by asking the right questions as the interviewer, she can elicit. I don't know if she did necessarily, um, but she can um, bring out these questions that then are bringing through. It's like drawing out this karmic change just because of the vibrations of her name. Oh my gosh, Josh. You define it. Not me yelling at Josh through the phone. And that. Yeah, that's pretty much how I yell. It's not a yell at all. Oh well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that heaven sent is insane. Oh gosh, I don't even know if I should tell you this because it's crazy. So the word sent, when we actually do our little code book and get it, it's 58, which is actually Laubry's life path number. 58 keeps coming up a lot also. So it's Laubry's life path number with this karmic change. Ugh. So, all right. I'm not giving you any more. I don't want to talk about it. Nope. I'm not defining nobody's heaven for them. But I know what's not heaven sent. So then when we look at Nadeska's birthday, her birthday is August 15th. So here again is another Leo. Very bright, shining energy. I won't put the year on there. I'll respect her for that. But I did the calculation, and her life path number is 47, which we have seen. 47 is the numeric vibration of the word time. It also is one of those 11 to 2 vibrations. So this gives her a lot of, it makes it so that she's not uncomfortable with division, which means that, like in the interviews, she wouldn't have a hard time asking the hard questions, especially because she would have the 11 and this 55 together. And if we went and we did the 55 and then we took the 11 of the 47, now we're getting this 66, which is happy and family. And so this is some of the energy that she can exude out. When we add these together, so her name, vibration, and her life path number, we get 102. That goes to a 3. And so she is meant to ask the questions that will allow for there to be an end to division. And by ending this division, by not allowing the back and forth to occur in the interviews, that's what draws in this God or universe energy and helps us all to grow. Oh, what the heck? That's not how you spell grow. There we go. Helps us all to grow, even if it's just in growing in knowledge from learning something new. So she's got some pretty powerful vibrations here, and very amplified vibrations, because that 55 and that 11 are amplified vibrations because you have the repetition of it. So then let's see about her interviewees. So both of the interviewees, we've already looked at their names and life path numbers. So we'll get here. So we had J. Cole, and his name is 45. So there's that 45 again. And then his life path number is 52. And so then he is 97 is his vibration there. The thing that stands out for him is this 52, which is the vibration of the word heart. So this means that just his vibration feels like the heart space. So whether he's trying to or not, he can just come across and feel more of emotional or emotional based, which sometimes can be good, and sometimes could be bad. But that definitely came through in the interviews. So then on this other side, this other interview, we had baby Keem. And baby Keem has his name is 64. That's the vibration of that. And his life path number is 34. And he's this 98. So this is the first thing we should see, is that J. Cole over here has this 97, and baby Keem has this 98, where we've talked about this before. Where here is this vibrational difference, this one difference in vibration, but we have this very loud message that has been coming through, where we are supposed to be going from the 16 of the tower. The tower is preparing to fall, and so we need to make this move from the 16 over here to the 17, which is the star. And so this is what is it's not a tension between them as people. It's like a tension between their vibrations, because they're both trying to get to that 9, because they both have 9 there at the far left position, so 97 and 98. So they're both trying to get to an end of cycles, but they're trying to do it in different ways. And because they're trying to do that in different ways, that's where the tension comes in. Where J. Cole with this 7 is trying to take these perfect actions at the right time, in the right way. Whereas baby Keem with this 8 is really facing the returning energy, the reap what you sow energy, the generational energy. And so what we would expect to see, the difference between their interviews, is that J. Cole would be more focused on the correct actions, which in this case would be saying the right thing in the right way. I haven't watched all of either of these, just bits and pieces. But J. Cole probably, like, if we went back and really, like, looked at it in detail, probably had more time that he was replacing what he was saying, being very careful about what he was saying. Because that's that seven is wanting to take the action, but in vibrational flow. So he's trying to find the vibrational flow. Whereas Baby Keem over here with this 98, where the eight is just, you're just facing what it is. So just saying how it is, like that energy has come back around. History has repeated itself. This reap what you sow energy is here. So there's no reason to deny it. And we already see those differences between them, just even in their artistry and in their recent albums, because they both had those recent albums. So then let's look at what's happening here with the interviewers. So whenever we are in any kind of relationship with another person, that could be a stranger on the street, anytime we have a conversation, all the way up to people that we know our whole lives, it's always an energetic exchange. And these energetic exchanges create bonds between people. Now, if it's for a fleeting moment, like this interview, it would just be that they are bonded in a way, in energetic exchange at the moment of the interview and in the interview. Um, and you can see in how the energy is moving, the differences between those bonds. Once the interview is done, now there's not that energetic exchange anymore, and the bond can be broken. We do, however, we all should be very aware of how our interactions with other people, even if they are like strangers, or even if it's like a person where we're watching something happen, like in the videos like we watch, that still is an energetic exchange. That's still leaving a imprint of that person or that event's energy on us. So we should be doing things to clear that off. Oh, I need a cough. Is it coming? Yes, that's it. Excuse me. So we should be in a regular routine of clearing off the energy from the day and from these energetic exchanges that we have with other people. All right. I don't know why we needed to say that, but that's what needed to be said. So let's look here at Nadeska's 102 energy, and that's going to be here on both sides. And then we will add 97. And we get, let's use a different color over here. What color are we going to use? So we get 199 here. And over here, with 1 point difference, we get a 200. So the energetic exchange, when their energies have come together, over here with J. Cole, this really is about trying to, so their energies together are really trying to get to a place of ascension with this 99, trying to end cycles or end, and those cycles can just be things that are being said, beliefs and behaviors. So it's like their energies come together and the focus is on how do we end questions that people are having. How do we end rumors that have been going on? How do we end this? And even if they're not consciously doing that, this is what their energy is doing. This is what their energetic exchange is working towards. Also, because this adds up to a 19. So this would explain also why J. Cole would want to do an interview with Nadeska, because it would feel like in this energetic exchange is when some of these cycles could end. And that, and it would allow him to use that 7 vibration to take action and try and say things the right way and answer in a way that would end some of these cycles. Because the point is to end these cycles in order to get to this one, order to get to something new. So he really may want to, it does feel like he wants to put out something new. He wants to start a new narrative. And it's not retirement. But he wants to start a new narrative. He possibly might have new music or something that he wants to put out. But in order to do that, he has to end these cycles. He has to end what is being said. That's his 9 here. That's his in this 97. That's the ending that he wants to get to. And so having these double 9s here probably feels very comfortable for him. It feels like he would be able to fulfill that purpose that he wants and get to whatever this is that's new. We might have to look at sometime the vibrations between him and Cameron to see why that would feel different. Because it's not just the events that happen between them, but it would also be how these vibrations and energies are meshing together and working together. Here on the baby Keem side, with this 200, we're getting a double dose of this God, universe, higher power energy. And so this would make where they are, their energies are coming together, and very much just feeling like it is just a natural flow. And the point of it is to end the division. That's this 2. It would feel, so the feeling that's coming through is really about how what goal is being achieved here. So here on the J. Cole side, the goal that is being achieved really is about J. Cole. It's all of these 9s in here are really coming from him, where that's the goal, is for him to end some of these cycles to be able to move on to something new. Whereas over here with baby Keem, this is actually coming from her. This ending of division is coming from her. It's her goal. And so if we go back and we look at the 2 interviews, I would expect that in J. Cole's interview, he's more invested than she is. But in Baby Keem's interview, I think it might flip, where she seems more invested because it's fulfilling a vibrational goal for her, not necessarily for him. And with all of this God universe energy, it feels it could have been where it felt out of control. But if you allow that energy just to move through, now it could feel like it's a flow. And I think we could probably see that just even in the way that the interviews went. So with J. Cole, um, they were sitting the whole time. And so the energy really was stagnant in that space. Whereas with Baby Keem's interview, they were walking along the New York streets. And so now this is more of this vibrational flow. Hmm, that's interesting. So you would see very much how we would have this difference um, between these two vibrations of 97 and 98. But she was probably the best person or one of the best people to do this interview because she has that 11 vibration. She has this 55. And so she's not worried about like if somebody's gonna look at her funny for doing the two. Like that does it doesn't even like ow. That's not even a big deal. This is interesting. You want to look at any of this in a different way? Let me know. I'm gonna get some water. Ooh, we're cooking with gas today. Doing pretty good. This screen looks crazy. Anybody that just like comes in this live and looks at this screen is gonna be like, what? You all doing like uh calculus and geometry at the same time? No, it's all addition. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Are you ready, Josh? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. So let's talk about the power of the name. And looking at the time, I don't want to rush anything. So let me think about what we're going to look at. Okay, let me get over here. So Josh gave us a really wonderful idea and started doing a lot of work. I was gonna say some work or started the work, but no, it was a lot of work to look at some of the different name uses throughout Baby Keem's album, the Casino album. And so that led to thinking about the power of the name. So I'm going to do this. So to make sure that we can get over to Koala's live in time, there really is like three parts of this discussion. And I think we'll just do the first one. But you tell me. Here are the three parts. So part one really is about what the name power is. Like, what actually is it? Yeah. That's a good question, Rumple. I have no idea, but I have wondered it myself. So it's first really just understanding a name in general. Let's just label it this way. So it's understanding what a name is. Like, what is that vibration? And then it's understanding the power and how to discover the power within a name. And these two kind of go together. And then it's really about how to use that name power. How to be an awareness of the power in a name, and be able to use that in a way. So let's just start. We'll see where we go. We'll see where we go. So we're gonna actually start with this phrase, the power of the name. Yes. Yes, you're very right, Josh. It did get tricked into that it's a young man's name or game. And so, yeah, then everybody wants to be little and baby. But that is actually a big part of this conversation because we just saw actually in the two things that we looked at before this that the name and the name that you use is one of the most powerful vibrations that you actually have, and that you're contributing to these energetic vibrational exchanges. And when you are a hip hop artist, the name that you use is actually very vibrationally significant. And so when you are changing your name, so your name is actually one of, let me see if there are any others. That might be the only one. So thinking about in the set of core vibrations that you have. So the vibrations that you bring into the world and that you are using throughout your life to collect vibrational experiences and have these vibrational exchanges. Your name is the one that you can change, because you can't change the when you were born. Well, not everybody can. Some people can. Um, you can't change the astrology. You can't change the climate of what was happening. You can't really change the vibrations that are within your genes and your DNA. Sometimes wish we could change it, but you can't. So your name is where you have some of this control, especially when you're an artist. So like these hip hop artists that are able, and really any artist, and really all of us, but artists in particular usually have their artist name, and so then that's the name that resonates throughout their artwork. That's the vibration that resonates throughout. And so let's start looking at this. So the first thing we want to look at is that the word the is 33, and also the word name is 33. So when we think of a name, it's like giving a definition or a word to something. It's your way of trying to define vibrations or your vibrational experience. Oh, hi, Ron. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. Oh my goodness. So it's very interesting that name is 33, because also some of the most significant names that we think of like this master teacher, which the 33 is representative of, is a master teacher. So when you think of 33, we think of like these prophets, people that have made profound contributions to generations. And so here we already have a powerful thing happening, because just in this phrase, the power of the name, we're creating this first set of portals. So let's actually put that up here. So these 33s want to come together. And so they are creating this movement and this portal that is pushing through this vibration. This is actually how your name works. It actually does give you like a it's like your way of leaving your vibrational imprint on the world and on others. So very important. We then have this word power, which is a 77. So now we can see, because we also have this other 33 here, that now we have 4 of these double digit vibrations that are amplifying these vibrations, making them very loud, making them very important. So the power of the name is very important. If we look here, when we do 33 plus 77, we get 110, and 110 is the numeric vibration of purpose. So embedded in your name, or in the power of your name, because then if we just had name and power together, these also would be 110 and equal purpose. Oopie. There we go. So we have here we have your name is it is radiating the power of who you are. And within that power of who you are is your purpose, is your ultimate vibrational purpose. So the name that you use is actually very important. Of is 21. So then all of this together is 197, which we have been seeing a lot. 197 gives us that 17 of the star, which is our ultimate goal, to be able to get to an elevated, higher vibrational state, to be the best that we can be. This 197 is also the numeric vibration of the phrase a soul's purpose. So we're emphasizing again here that your name and the name that you use holds a lot of this vibration of power, but also purpose. So what is your purpose? Not just in each individual vibrational exchange, but what is your soul's purpose? And when you have a name, and this is why sometimes people change their name when they're older, because what's happening is when you are born, your parents or whoever names you is putting a name to your soul's purpose. That's also why names have these breakdowns of what they actually mean. And so the first thing that we can do with baby Keem and all of the names that he uses is let's look at his given name. So the name that he was given at birth, because then this is the sole purpose that was assigned to him by his mother. And when we think about the stories that he's telling in this casino album, a lot of it resonates around his connection with his mother. This is where you have the first big connection with your parents or your loved ones or whoever names you. So his given name, oh my gosh. We'll do first name and last name. So first name is Hakeem, but it's spelled with a Y. Carter. So this was his given name. This is the given name to explain his soul's purpose from the perspective of his mother. If we use our little code where A equals 1 and Z equals 26, now we get his first name is 67, and his last name is a 65. We add these together, we get 132. So the first thing we should see is these two sixes. So there's a lot of this energy of comfort, but this is comfort and discomfort. It's building comfort zones and it's also tearing them down. Also, 67, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, is the numeric vibration of the word soul. So he was given and named his soul purpose with this vibration of soul. That's a lot of soul. He's got a lot of soul in there. But also, this is the numeric vibration of water. So just even this given name is given a very deep vibration that we would connect with as this soul purpose. And we could see how this vibration moves like water. So his flow is naturally there, it's right in there. Then with 65, 65 is the numeric vibration of the word abundance. And so now together, this is saying that vibrationally that he has an abundance of soul. His soul purpose, according to this name, is to have an abundance of soul, to have an abundance of this watery flow. And then if we look at when these come together, this 132, which is on my shirt. I had to check and make sure it did I have my shirt on today. But on the merch that I have, vibrationally, this 132 is actually very powerful. And 132 is the numeric vibration of the word creativity. So his sole purpose, according to his given name, is to be creative, to be a creative soul with an abundance of soul. Thanks, Josh. Thanks. I couldn't remember which shirt I had on. But the shirt that I have where it says creativity. So if you go to my merch page, you'll see all of my merch has creativity there in the middle. And it is a vibrational grid that amplifies all of this 132 energy in your spaces. Also, this 132 can come from those 266s where it is happy family. And quality reacts. Who just went live? I saw that pop up. So the given name already is showing this soul's purpose. That's what your name is it exudes the power that you have to fulfill a purpose of your soul. And like I said, this is why people will change their name when they're older. Because if your name doesn't feel like it fits, then it can feel like your soul's purpose is not being amply expressed. It's not being expressed well through that name. So, what do you think? I think. Trying to see. Oh, yeah. I'll give you a couple more phrases that equal this 197 that go along with this vibrational story. And then I think we'll stop here because this is the first part of understanding that power of the name. And then we'll start looking at what are what is the power or the purpose within all of these different names that he uses. So, 197 is also the numeric vibration of fulfilled purpose. So like putting your name like on your plaque or on a bench or on your tombstone, it's exuding your what purpose you fulfilled in life. Also, I just thought this was interesting that the phrase, I'm going to be dating myself, but dancing with the devil, and actually not, because we just heard this being said in the movie Sinners, but dancing with the devil is also this 197. Hey, stop that. That's rude. That's really rude. Stop it. This whole thing is 197, but it's it is a literal dancing between two hearts. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yeah. Okay, so before we spin our wheel, I'm going to show you what I've started to put together and that we will look at next week. With Josh's help, I started putting this together. Let me find it. So, let's see if this works. I started putting together this table. Woohoo! That's just really big. Too big. Too big. Come on. So I started putting together this table where we can look at the different vibrations of the names, but also look at how they are interacting with the given name and the life path number. Because even when you change your name, or you use like an artist name, you still actually have this interaction with your given name. So some of that vibration will still be there, especially if somebody still calls you by that name. This is also why there's always this big discussion with our trans family, where when they change their name to be more representative of who they are and their soul's purpose, if we do not honor that, now that's messing up these vibrations. It's messing up this vibrational exchanges. But this is what we'll look at. We'll start looking at next week. We'll look at all of these vibrations together. See how they're interacting together. Okay. We ready for our random number? Ready for our number wheel? So while I go find the number wheel and get a sip of water, I will say that every week we spin our random number wheel up here on the top left to be able to just get a random number vibration in order to start trying to pay closer attention to the vibrations that are around us, how they impact us, and then how we impact them. Because we have to start building up our awareness of the vibrations around us. Because whatever this new world is that we're going into, it's going to require us to be on our P's and Q's about our vibrations and the vibrational space around us. All right, so here we go. Spin that wheel. Woohoo! Is it spinning? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, 182. Interesting. Okay, let me get back over to you. Back over to you, Josh. You want to be the weatherman today? No, you're gonna talk about sports. I'll do the weather. I take back your job. Give you a new one. Okay, so 182. So this is an interesting vibration. So we wouldn't see this as a time, because it doesn't work as a time. But we could see this all around. I already know that I have already started seeing it popping up in some of the words and phrases that I've been writing down in my journal. And one of the reasons it is because this is one of our 11 to 2 vibrations. And this 11 to 2 story is very loud right now. Where 11 really is about division and duality. It's the two sides, it's the two individuals, it's the two extremes. And 2 is really about ending that division or duality. So this 11 to 2 story is happening all around us very loudly, where there are lots of places where there is division or polarization or duality that's happening, that it's time for it to end. We can also look for some of the themes, where 82 is the numerical vibration of the word portal, also the word gateway. So it's like a gateway or a portal is opening to bring forth something new. And whatever this is that's new, that's coming, it's like thinking a new way, doing things in a new way. It's really to be able to help with this story of recognizing the division and then ending it. So this is an interesting vibration. So keep an eye out for it. If you do see this vibration, you do the same thing as if you're seeing any other repeating number, or like your angel numbers. What you want to do to help build up your awareness and receive the full message that you're meant to receive is make sure that you are writing down when and where you saw it, what were you thinking about, who were you talking to, what was happening to elicit that vibration coming into your awareness. Okay, so this is our vibration for this week. I know most of us are koalaholics and will be heading over there. I will be. Have a wonderful week. I can't even believe we're so close to the end of March already. But have a wonderful week. I will be on Twitch live on Wednesday. And then I'll be back here on Friday. Yeah. You know what? You're right, Rumple. It does. Well, in the live, look and see. Look and see if you find the 182 anywhere. All right, have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a good week. And I will see you all around and soon. Thanks for being here. Oh, hit the like button on your way out.